Let me say this. If you're always the person people call only when they need something, it's time to ask yourself a difficult question. Are they your friends or are they just convenient? Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's actually self respect. Today, we're going to be talking about why you should stop being the backup friend, why you should stop being the convenient friend that they only call when maybe things do not work out.
Do you want to know what the quickest way to find out who your true friends are? Stop messaging people. Stop calling your friends. Stop being the friend that is the only one in the friendship that's making the effort. Because I kid you not, give it a month, give it 2 months, there will be people who you constantly reach out to dead silent. When you are the one that is constantly making the effort, you set a precedent with all of the people around you that you're the one that's going to organise the meal, you're the one that's going to take them out for drinks, you're the one that's going to come over to see them. But in fact, when you need your friends and when you're struggling with something or you're having a low point, it's dead silent. You have set the norm that you're the only one that needs to reach out to maintain this friendship. Let's give it a go. Let me know how it works out, please. I don't want to feel like I'm alone in this.
Delete the pictures, delete the messages, delete the number, accept the lesson, and move on. They don't respect you. They don't care for you in a way that you deserve to be cared for. You were convenient to them. You were accessible. They knew they can get what they wanted from you without giving you anything real in return. And the question isn't, why don't they like me? The question is, why don't I like myself enough to keep letting this person treat me like this? And that's where your healing is going to start. Decenter that person from your life and center yourself. Center God. Center your self-respect. Center your peace. Center your future. Because once you truly know who you are and what you're bringing to the table, a person like that will never have access to you again. Not even on your worst day. Choose you every time.
When I realize that I'm the convenient friend and not the priority friend, I will literally stop showing up for you. You're the convenient friend if you're the one they always call on when their other plans fall through, when they always vent to you. They vent to you, but they never ask you if you're okay and how you're doing. They don't create the space for you to vent to them. And the minute you start to convince yourself that, oh, it's fine, I'm just going to be a good friend, maybe they just need me. No. The minute you start to notice that you pour into people who don't do the same for you and you create space for people who don't create the space for you, it's time to retire being the convenient friend.
Stop being everyone's backup plan. Real friendship don't only exist when someone needs a favor. If you're always making the effort while they only show up when it's convenient, the friendship isn't balanced. It's a one-sided friendship, and that is definitely not good.
Stop being the go-to friend. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're that friend that everybody goes to for trauma dumping. Ask yourself this: are you a convenience store? Because why does your friend come to you at random hours to talk about random things that they don't know how to handle by themselves? I've had friends like this before, and I literally could not understand why I was always feeling so energetically drained until I did the self-help, the self-development work, and I realized I actually enjoy being in my company. But as soon as they enter my vicinity, I'm feeling drained. That's because these friends keep repeating the same mistakes over again and keep coming back to you, because why wouldn't they? You're always there. But now you're out of inventory. Now you have to do more work to not only replenish yourself, but the supply of things that they're going to keep asking you for, because you know. And what's worse is that they distract you from people that actually care about you.
This is my number one friendship tip. Baby, if you don't ever listen to anything else I ever say out of my mouth, I need you to listen to this. Do not ever befriend somebody who did not like you before they met you. I don't care how apologetic they are. I don't care how much they say, oh, I realized you was cool. I promise you, they only going to be cool with you for a little while. But all the while, in the back of their mind, they are looking for evidence to support their original belief. They are looking for evidence to confirm and affirm themselves about who they thought you were from the jump. I don't care if they said they thought you was too good, that you was this, whatever. Listen to what I am saying without fail. If somebody that you did not know did not like you before they met you, run.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop being the seat filler friend. You know, the friends that only want to link with you or invite you out when it's time to party or do something revolving around celebrating them. You know, the ones that always want to call you for advice or to vent, but nowhere to be found when it's like time to check up on you or see what you're up to. The ones that could never support you in anything that you do, but always want the support, always want the praises, always want their ego stroked. See, once I realized I was a seat filler friend for a lot of people, my circle became extremely small. I really had to come to a realization that everything really do be for social media these days. Like, these girls are really making connections off aesthetics. Like, it's crazy to me. I'm looking for real divine connections with real people, like real women. Like, I'm not building nothing off no fake shit. And the more you make yourself available to these people, the more they will take you for granted, because they will always assume that you will be there. Like, people would literally come into your life and leave with more than what they had and leave you with absolutely nothing. So stop being a seat full of friend and know your worth. Go where you are loved, appreciated, and actually wanted.
Learn to say no without feeling guilty. The people who truly care about you will definitely respect your boundaries. You deserve friendships where you are appreciated, you are needed, and you are loved. So don't confuse being useful with being valued.
You're not really grown for real until you realize that true healthy friendship is not just a convenience type of thing. A lot of people think friendship is only limited to trauma dumping. In other words, gossiping with your friends, going to happy hour on Tuesdays, and calling them whenever you need a placeholder in your life because your man is not you're not with your man, or you just bored and you want to have somebody to hang with. Nah, that is surface level friendship. And I think also too, it minimizes and desensitizes what true friendship actually is, because you're not even seeing them as a human being no more. You're seeing them as a muppet of someone that you can have around whenever you need to be convenienced. True friendship requires responsibility. It requires the constant responsibility of showing up for your friend through every season of their lives. It's wiping tears and praying for your friend, even if they don't have the strength at that moment to do it for themselves. It's showing up just for not even just them, but if they got kids, showing up for them kids, going to the kids' football games and showing up for the kids on different holidays. It's a reciprocal type of effort, like where you're both checking on each other's mental. You're making sure you're straight. It's being there for your friend through every season of their life, not just when their birthdays come and y'all going to a birthday dinner, or you just want to find somebody to get drunk with. That's not what friendship is just limited to. And I think when we limit friendship, like, we withhold so much greatness that has the capacity of expanding our friendships. Like, let's get back to sending our friends paragraphs, like letting them know how much we love them, and not saving all of our love for just romantic relationships, but expressing that with your homegirl or your homeboy, like, I really love you. You get what I'm saying? And making them feel special.
I stopped reaching out first. I stopped. As I get older, I realized that building a community and like keeping up with your community and like your friends takes so much effort, because in the past you guys all have like a common ground that you guys can come to, right? Like whether it's like school or like college, like whatever, right? Or like clubs and stuff, or sports. But now that you're older, everyone has like different jobs, everyone lives in different places. You're not confined to like one campus anymore. You really do see that sometimes like that best friend that you think that is your best friend is just a friend because of proximity. Like, I did not realize this until like my first year out of college, where like some of the people I would see every single day, all of a sudden just like we just stop like hanging out, because I was the one that was constantly reaching out, constantly making plans, and the other person was just not making any effort at all. And that's when it hit me like, oh, we were kind of just friends because we were in the same place at the same time, in the same chapter of our lives. And it's honestly so sad when you realize that when you categorize someone as like your best friend, you're just kind of a regular friend to them. And I think that is so sad sometimes.
Being kept around and fully chosen are two different things. You deserve to be chosen. A lot of the time in friendships and relationships, people stay because of history. They've just been around for a very long time. They're comfortable. It's convenient. But you are not just a convenience. Because I'm going to say it, they can love you, but do they value you? Do they respect you? Do they appreciate you? Do they show you these things? Do they tell you that? They should stick around because they want to, not because they're scared of being lonely. Not because change makes them uncomfortable. You have a lot to offer, and you have so much love to give. I am so sorry that the person you chose does not make you feel chosen. So I hope one day it clicks. Because if they don't choose you, I hope you choose you. I hope you choose your own self-respect. And if choosing you looks like letting them go and walking away, I hope you find the courage to do so one day. Because you deserve to be happy. You deserve love. You deserve respect. You deserve to be appreciated. And you deserve to be chosen. You are too amazing to just be kept around.
The worst type of person you'll ever meet is someone who's inconsiderate, because they move through life expecting things from people but never think about the effort it takes to accommodate them, because somehow it's like your job to deal with their outbursts for the actions of their consequences. And they're so loud about how busy they are, but so blind to the fact that other people are too. And it's usually the people who lack principle and think that they're a good person because they show up, but in reality they only show up when it's convenient or they know someone will be useful to them. But then when something requires effort or communication, suddenly they don't have the time for it. And then whenever you try to voice that you're upset about the principle of a situation and not necessarily the situation itself, they're just like, yeah, it's not that deep, I don't get it, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. And obviously, they lack principle, so nothing's ever going to be that deep to them unless it's about them.
There's no beef and there's no issues. I just came to the realization that I was the convenient friend in your life, and I decided to remove myself. If you don't know what that is, the convenient friend is the person you call when it's convenient for you. You remember to invite me to your birthday dinners or any other event that you have in your life to support you or possibly give you a gift. However, that same energy and or love is not reciprocated. You remember to call me when you want something or need something, particularly when it's a favor. But any other time of day, you ain't got nothing for me. You're not calling my phone to check up on me. You're not calling my phone to ask me how I'm doing. You're not calling my phone to hang out unless it's a last minute invite. And we all know that that is really rude. Because once again, my place in your life is the convenient friend. The moment that you find another friend that can be as convenient as me and as supportive as me and as reliable as me, my place will no longer matter to you. Because it never mattered to you to begin with. If you're a person that was the convenient friend, what was your last straw and what made you realize that this person does not care about you the way that you care about them to the point where you had to cut off your friend? Let me know in the comment section down below.
I don't want to be in places and around people that don't consider me. I don't want to be around an inconsiderate person, period. Okay? That's not my kind of person. I love me a self-aware person, someone that can understand, reflect on how their behaviors can have an effect on other people and take responsibility for that and apologize. I understand humans make mistakes. I understand sometimes something might come across as something that it wasn't, or, but being able to be self-aware enough to clock onto that and consider it enough to be like, okay, maybe something I said has affected this person and I didn't mean it that way. I don't want someone to feel upset. Having the empathy, I love that. And to be considered is to be seen. You will know when someone doesn't know how to consider others because they're always very self-centered and will disregard how anyone feels about anything. They haven't got that self-awareness. They lack self-awareness. They never take responsibility for the way they make others feel. And for me, I nip a bud in that. I can't with that behavior. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm pushing 30, mate. No.
It's incredibly difficult to be friends with someone who puts you on a pedestal, yet also is an extremely insecure person, because on one hand, they really admire you, they like being around you, they like to claim that they're friends with you, and they like the benefits of being your friend. However, they also kind of start to resent you because they don't like that you have things that they don't have. They don't like that other people like you the way that they do towards you, but don't towards them. And they don't really like to see you thrive, which doesn't really make sense because you have to thrive in order for them to reap the benefits of being friends with you. But these people, they'll have this look in their eye where it's almost sinister, where they love you, or I guess they do love you, and they can't really understand themselves why they love you, but also want to see you suffer. And it's the weirdest experience to see because they simultaneously also want to be you and want to be around you, but they also don't like to see you thrive, and they also don't like to see people praise you. And it's just such an odd thing because on top of that, they also are putting you on a pedestal, right? So if you do a singular thing to hurt them or make them feel disregarded in any way, shape, or form, they will lash out at you because they've put you on this pedestal. They see you as this higher up person in comparison to them, to the point where they expect you to always be perfect towards their life.
And so let me explain that a little bit more. They basically want you to fix everything in their life. They want you to always be on call for them. They want you to always cater to them. And when you don't do that, they will immediately flip a switch on you because you betrayed them and you broke this idealized identity that they had of you. And so they feel so angry and so hurt by it. And it's just like such an odd feeling to like experience this. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, but it is truly so mind-boggling to me because I see all my friends as equals and I love all my friends and I want them all to have what's best for them in their lives. But for someone to like have hidden resentment towards you is just the craziest thing.
The moment you start choosing yourself, you make room for people who genuinely choose you too. Remember, your time, energy, and kindness are valuable. Stop choosing one-sided friendship, stop choosing toxic friendship, and start investing in yourself first. Then you invest in people who show up genuinely for you the way you show up for them. Choose yourself because you deserve that. If you've made it to the end of this video, do well to like, subscribe, share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!